MyCloud News. The focus of this monthly webinar is to provide you guys with current updates on our cloud services and products from Exceed. This is our first webinar and we're giving away some awesome prizes, so stay to the very end and ask a lot of questions and your chances will increase. We are recording this webinar and it will be available for you guys to watch on demand. If you have any feedback on what you'd like to see in the upcoming next episode, just let us know and we'll make sure that we're talking about that. So with me today, I've got Simon Tabron and Apollo Russell, and Simon's going to kick off with a bit of an update on the billing portal. Then I'll come back on and give you an overview of Empower, the MyCloud agreement enforcements, top partner questions library, some go-to-market benefits for silver partners, and a bit of a product update around the modern workplace. And then Apollo will join us and give us a bit of an Azure and CSP 101. And finally, we'll end with a prize draw. So we're going to try and keep this to about 30 minutes. So I'll just hand over to Simon.
Great. Thanks, Janine, and thanks everybody for attending or downloading the recording. We really appreciate having you here and being able to take you through some of the new updates that we've got. And for my part, we've been working probably for about the last sort of 6 to 8 months on implementing a billing engine in MyCloud Store. So we've already got the provisioning component and the marketplace platform built out for CSP and MyCloud stores. So the next thing that we wanted to bring into the portal was the ability for you as a partner to pull billing files out of the portal. Now there's going to be 2 options available to you, and it'll be dependent on what sort of PSA or RMM tool you use, or whether you just use a billing tool out of the likes of, say, Xero or QuickBooks. There'll be 2 options, like I say. There'll be an API version, which will use JSON objects, and you'll be able to make API calls on these objects to pull into your, let's say, your ConnectWise or even your LabTech billing. And as I say, these are JSON objects, so it's a JSON API call. Or there'll be CSV files, which you'll be able to log into a new screen that will implement in the portal, which we'll take you through once that's available. And that screen will allow you to download a CSV file. What we've done, and I'll pull up some of these files now to show you, is we've basically made everything that's available within the API to you to pull down. Now you should be able to see my screen. So this is a usage file. So usage is our Azure, the Azure billing information. As you can see, I've removed a little bit of detail there around customer information to give you a view of what the file would look like. Each one of the headings at the top here you will be able to make an API call on. I've just had the developers working today. We're going to add another column here, which will be resource tags. Now, a lot of our larger Azure partners or customers are actually defining workloads by using resource tags. This is something that you're only ever able to be allowed to use under enterprise agreements. We've worked out how you can pull that data through now for our billing engine. So you'll have some good definitions here. There's workloads, resource groups, and now you'll have resource tags. So as a partner, you're able to now provide some decent reporting at any time of the month on your customer's Azure workloads. So just by downloading this file, you can pull information. Obviously, there will be a column here that'll have your dealer by, so you'll need to remove, obviously, that information. But you can show your customers the workload, the resource group, and the resource tag ID, and give them a load of information on the Azure workloads that they've got provisioned. So these will be available for you to select a defined date. If you want to bill your customers on the 1st of the month, for Azure, it only bills on 1 day a month, so it'll only bill on the 12th or the 13th. But for our subscriptions, so the Office 365 licensing, you'll be able to select the day that you want to bill. So it gives you the ability to actually bill on a defined day that works for you. So let me just pull up another screen here for you. So I'll just close down the usage file, which is Azure, and I'll fire up the billing, which is the subscription file. So this is all of your Office 365 license information. What we give you here is a load of detail, things like obviously customer, order ID, subscription ID, offer ID is going to be the same across all of the products. This is information that you may not want to provide to your customer, but because it's a CSV file, it's absolutely open to you as to what information you either want to upload into your billing engine or be able to provide to your customer. One thing that we do actually include is you'll see in the amount column here, there's negative amounts. So these are prorated amounts, and we show you in the charge type column what they are, whether it's a prorata or a prorata fees when purchased, so a new subscription. There's also a notes column there which tells you exactly what that information, what that number or dollar amount actually refers to. So we try to, like I say, give you as much information as possible so that you're able to provide the information through to your customer on the billing. So our go live date for the billing engine will be fully live in my cloud store on Monday, the 6th of May. But you will see that there's actually a little bit more information there in the reporting. The CSP reporting screens now shows your deal price. We only ever show the partner deal price in the partner portal, which you use as a reseller. In the customer portal, which you can give access to your customers, will only ever have recommended retail price. So we'll never show your buy price to your customers. That's obviously information that's only to be shared with you and will be in this billing file for you. So on that, unless we have any questions, I'll hand back to Janine to continue with her update.
Great, thanks, Simon. Now I'm just going to give you an overview of what's going on around the modern workplace. We have just released what we call Exceed Empower. Now this is a portal designed to assist you with your learning on Microsoft 365 and Azure. We've also populated it with some really handy resources for you. Now, all you need to do is log on to the site and request a logon. If you did this Empower about a year ago, you can still use your old logon. And you sit the training and complete 2 pop quizzes on both M365 and Azure, and we will reward you with a $50 Prezi card. After passing the 2 quizzes, you are eligible to enter your company to win the major reward of $5,000 to put towards a reseller marketing campaign. So it's worthwhile having a look. Really easy quizzes, really easy, really good training as well. So have a look, guys. I just wanted to touch base on the Microsoft Silver partners. Now, there are new go-to-market benefits that are available to you as a Silver partner, which is completely free. And this is done by a marketing company. And you can select one of the following, whether it be a sales and marketing bill of materials review, a website review, a value proposition review, or a templated campaign kit, which is designed around your solution area. So this is absolutely free to you guys, and you should make the most of it. If you want further information, feel free to come directly to me or just follow this link when I send out the sway at the end of this. Now, the MCA enforcement. So my cloud agreement is what MCA stands for. So they came in force on March the 22nd, meaning that you need to confirm customer acceptance to this agreement with all your tenants. Now, as of the 22nd of March, if you're wanting to provision on any of your tenants and you haven't done this, then you won't be able to. Your existing licensing will still work, but if you're wanting to add licenses or add a new subscription, you need to get that Microsoft Cloud Agreement signed. So there is a link there to the MCA, excuse the spelling error. Now, top partner questions library. There is a lot of questions around how do you do this in the Microsoft Partner Network. How do I get paid my rebates? Those sort of questions, billing, incentives, technical support. Now they have a top partner questions library, and I have put the link there. So if you've got any questions around that, I suggest having a look at that document, and it's really handy and it's populated with a lot of really useful answers for you. Now moving on from that, we've got a bit of a product update with Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams has just announced a admin center. So that's a portal that provides the administrators with the functionality to manage their teams on a user level. And also coming soon, we've got customizable background. Currently, you can blur out the background through Teams when you're on a web call. But this customizable background will actually let you join the call and pretend that you're at the office if you're not, or at the beach, or wherever you actually want to be. It can work with any image that you're wanting to use behind you. So that's coming through. Also, whiteboard feature. They've developed a way to mask out someone actually drawing on the physical whiteboard. So that allows remote team members to see the physical whiteboard when it's still in use. So that's coming through. Live meetings, this has actually been announced, and this will allow Microsoft Teams to broadcast a live meeting or event to up to 10,000 people. Viewers don't need to have a Microsoft Teams account to see the streams, and you'll even be able to participate with live Q&As. So it's kind of like Microsoft's own Facebook Live service. Also coming through, we've got live captions, and that's just basically allows people that are deaf or hard of hearing to read speaker captions in real time. Skype for Business Online Plan 2, so standalone offers, so effective July 1 this year. Skype for Business Online Plan 2 offers will no longer be sold. Now, as if you've already purchased the Plan 2, then you've still got access to that service right through to the end of your contract, your anniversary date. And customers who have access to Plan 2 through one of the Office 365 suites are not affected by this change. But we do encourage everyone to make the shift to Microsoft Teams as part of either Office 365 or Microsoft 365. Just wanted to touch on Microsoft Launchpad. Hopefully you've all seen it, but if you haven't, I encourage you to go in and have a look. It's a really good selling tool provided for resellers like yourselves, specializing in the SMB space. Once you're in Launchpad, you log in using your Microsoft credentials. And then from there, you can do offer builders to your customers. You can design data sheet builders on specific solutions with all your logos imported into it. So have a little squiz in there. And if you've got any questions, let me know. There's 2 events coming up in Auckland and Christchurch, the first one being the Microsoft Cloud Discovery Day. And that's held in Christchurch on the 10th of May and Auckland on the 5th of June. And then following up from that, we've got the Modern Workplace Microsoft 365 Technical Discovery Day. So that's really a hands-on session that's designed to help technical experts sell in that product. So that's in Auckland on the 2nd of May and, Auckland on the 6th of June and Christchurch on the 2nd of May. And with that, I am all done. If anyone's got any questions, please yell out. And if not, I will hand over to Apollo. I'm not sure how to stop the recording.